moved down here, it's about probably 10 years ago now. Went to FAU, you know, grew up there, had a single mom, lived with my grandparents, never had anything in life given to me. Not a silver spoon, as some people may refer to me. But, you know, moved down really was like, you know, my background's construction, painting, did renovations my whole life. My father's had a painting company for 35 years. Really learned the ins and outs of seeing something ugly to finish. So took that with me, went to South Florida, and when I came to Florida, I had maybe about $15,000 to my name. 8,000 of it went into the time I invented Airbnb and rental arbitrage in New York City. We'd go to New York City and Manhattan. This is about 2011 probably. Go into New York City, rent a condo or some right in the middle of Hell's Kitchen, Manhattan. And I mean, we're paying $4,500 a month for something as big as this table. There was a little cot in there, something, whatever. We'd throw it on Airbnb, $500 a night. We were making money hand over fist, me and a couple partners. We were putting about 16,000 into it, so it was about 7,000, 8,000 each, whatever, by the time it was all done. First, last security, put the money in. I was like, you know what, this will keep going. We would just lease it and sublease it, essentially. So that's really rental arbitrage before, you know, Airbnb arbitrage was a thing. So we built that up pretty good. I was here, you know, doing jobs, odd-end jobs, working. I went to school, finished that. And, you know, we built it up. They built it up to about 25 different units. They clear, each of them would clear $1 million a year each. I got out earlier. I had about 3 by the time I got out, because we had actually, some of them you would get caught. You'd have one, you'd have all this money into it. The landlord would pop you, and it was a slap on the hand at that point. So we just said, you know, let's just keep going to the next one. They stacked all their chips in one building. Building flooded out from one of their units. That was wiped out. That was gone. So that was, you know, before, that was about up to 2013, 2014, everything was going that way. So that was my first real taste of real estate. So as I'm down here, I'm building up a company, doing construction, renovating everything, and you know, it's who you know, right? So doing a project in one of these communities and someone comes up to me like, oh, I know you want to do flips. And I'm 24 at the time. I say, yeah, you know, I'm all for it. What does it look like? Tried negotiating with the guy for months. This is before this market was really anything that it is. And was able to negotiate with him. This is me just going by what I felt intuition-wise before I knew how to raise capital, syndicate deals, look for investors to give you the money, use other people's money, as they say. And was able to flip that property, and each of us made $25,000 each for a few months of work. My investor was happy. He put about $100,000 in it. He made about 25% return on his money. So that was my real first taste of a flip, and then from there it just kind of caught fire. I said, you know what, let me run with it, and built it up to, you know, kind of what I'm at today. So, you know, have a beautiful wife, have a kid on the way, and your goals kind of change as you know, everything's going. And my goals back then were, hey, I know all about wholesale. I don't want to wholesale. That's not for me. I'm not here to advocate on wholesale or tell you to teach about it. I'm here to teach you about lead generation, what's the right, wrong thing to do, all that good stuff, just the real estate business as a whole. So, you know, up to today, you know, get into land development, we'll talk about that, but I want to first see, so who in here is a licensed agent? Okay. Who in here is a veteran investor, done multiple deals? Okay. Just so I want to know what the room is. And then who in here is maybe 1 or 2 deals, or not done wholesale deals, I'm talking, actual investment deals? 0, 1. So we have some people that are a few. So what it comes down to here is any business, whether you're an agent, an investor, an end buyer, if you just want to wholesale, it's all about lead generation, right? So I want to go into a little bit of my lead generation with you. There he is. All right, anyone here utilizing VAs? Go ahead, come on in. How you guys doing?
Rich. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? A little late.
Yeah.
There he is.
Rich? Being dear with my grandma, I was trying to make it on time, but
Should have brought your grandma, man. Sorry, Ed.
You're good.
I
I couldn't get
that.
these. I couldn't get
Yeah,
that.
I had that. Sorry about that.
Anyone in here utilizing VAs? Couple people. Okay, I love it. I have about, right now, about 3, I got three or four full-time VAs. So I've had this discussion with many agents where they're like, well, I'd rather do the calls. I'd rather be on the phone myself doing these calls and doing it. What happens when you have someone that's like, yeah, I need you to run out to my house and give me an offer on it right away? You go out, look at it, you take 2 hours. By the time you get there, look at it, maybe even more. I've been on listing appointments or appointments for 3 hours. In that time that, say, you're there, you're running out, going to look at this property and do everything, my VA's just made another 5,000 calls or so, whatever the number, We're doing about 10,000 calls a week. So 5 days a week, 2,000 a day, they just did another 500-600 calls by the time you went out and did that. So it's a numbers game. And the way I have my business set up, I have it as I have everything on Discord. So we create our own little Discord, and with that, we'll pump the leads in through there. Anyone familiar with Discord, know what it is?
No.
Other people? So Discord is, best way I can describe it is like a chatting app or for gaming or something. What it allows you to do is create a channel. So I can create my American Cash Homes, my business, I can create that channel. Rich can create his Oasis channel. And you can be in all these different channels, and Rich may be pumping out his deals in his channel saying, hey, here, you guys can look at these deals instead of an email blast. So another quicker way to communicate, everyone can kind of stay in touch. So my VAs are just trained, they get the lead, they know what to put in, and they'll upload that, and then it'll come out to me, and then I'm the second point of contact. So but they follow up with people, the fortune's in the follow-up, right? Say points of contact. They'll follow up with people from 2 years ago. We're finally just getting them to a point, but they'll go back through those, whatever. So everyone asks, how many times should I go through this list? How many times should I call this list, this specific list? There's no magic number. I called this from 4 years ago. I don't care. Just because they weren't motivated 4 years ago doesn't mean they're motivated today. Someone had a child, someone had a bankruptcy, someone fell behind on taxes. We just had COVID. I can go into lists if you guys want and talk about some kind of list that I like to pull and what's been successful for me.
What's your best list?
My best list. So right now, what I've been hot on is people who have bought their property 2018 to 2020. And that specific time is because we just had something happen in this market that hasn't happened probably, 80s, 90s maybe? You have inflation that's at record highs, setting everything up. The market just ran 100%. Some of these people either, they don't know that there's that much equity in a property. They don't know, or they're just behind on stuff and they have their property as their asset, where they bought it for retail or over retail. Now it's appreciated so much that I call it my COVID list. So I'm telling you, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, trust me.
That COVID list is, I'm telling you, it's hot. I'm gonna give you some tidbits here. I'm gonna ramble on. You let me know if I'm getting boring. Just say, Ed, hurry the hell up. But, so, here's some lists. This is what everyone's taught, Absentee owner, especially in Florida, right? Everyone loves absentee owner. You got grandma and grandpas up in Ohio that have their property in Florida they haven't seen in God knows how long. They say, you know what, let me sell it. But let's get something better than that. Instead of let's getting absentee owner, everyone know what list stacking is? Anyone familiar? List stacking, you're gonna go, all right, they're absentee owned, but they're also a pre-foreclosure. They got a bankruptcy. They got tax liens. So now this person's at the top of my list. And what am I doing with this person at the top of my list? Yeah, we call them, we'll do it. If they're close enough, I'm going to knock on their house and bring them dinner. That's how much you want those properties. So I'm taking time to actually write handwritten notes. And I know a lot of people do it on the computer, just print out notes and send it out with a stamp, and it gets expensive. I mean, me and my buddy John over here, we've sat at, John, wave your hand. This is John Phillips. He owns JM Phillips Group out of Keller Williams. Does about, what, 100 million a year in sales? Close to it?
Less than that, but.
He's modest. He kills it, all right? So if you guys, these two people are Hunter and John on my team. These are the guys you want to know in the real estate world that work with investors, that are agents, that know the game. These are your guys, they'll do anything. You want to make an offer for $1, they're going to write it up. They don't care. They're hungry. It's true. He knows. So, where was I? Apologies. List stacking. I'm actually taking the time to find these properties that are, I'll probably have 20 of them. I'll sit there, I'll write hand notes. How are you? I live in the area, really want the property. Just some basic. Less is more. I want you to call me. I'm interested in this, or your property, whatever it is, or give me a call when you have time. Put your number down, and you'll see that the phone will ring. Those handwritten notes, something about that envelope, when they see that envelope with a handwritten scribble, I have chicken scratch. I can't write nice. I wouldn't have your girlfriend write it, bro. You write it yourself with your left hand, make it the sloppier the
She
better.
writes my addresses for me.
That's what I'm saying, don't do that, you're doing it wrong. Write it with your left hand, write it upside down, whatever, they're gonna look at this and be like, oh, I gotta open this. Who's coming after me today, you know, so list stacking is key. How I do it. Anyone use PropStream? Couple people? PropStream is one of the best tools. People knock it, they don't like it. I love it. This guy over here milks mine all the time. I know you. You'll see me crack jokes at him all night. So what PropStream allows you to do, you're able to pull all your lists. You're able to pull your tax lien. Why don't I just log in, I can show you. You know what, I'm gonna have so many leads in here, it may not even.
Ed, do you call yourself? You make calls yourself?
I don't make any calls. The only calls I'll make are stuff that is like I said, I utilize my VAs for everything,
There you go.
right? Because these VAs can outwork me times 10. They are the hardest workers. I give them, they get a decent hourly pay, but where they make it is they make commission. So we're about to close a deal next week that will net probably close to $250,000 on. And she's gonna make 2% of that. In her country, she makes $5,000 off one deal.
You want to sit down and do that?
No, I'm good. She makes $5,000 off one deal, I may never see her again. So I'm gonna have to give it to her, maybe month by month, give her 1,000 at a time.
Yeah.
I'll see you next deal, Ed.
You know how it is. She'll come back in a couple of years.
Do you have them pulling your list as well, or do you have them?
So my VA is all trained. So these are my two buddies that I work with. Like I said, I'm a licensed agent. He has a whole team of about 7 agents. And I handle the off-market and the lead generation and the investment side of a lot of stuff. So, so the way it's set up, I have one admin who is sitting there and he's doing all the skip tracing, he's pulling the list, I taught him how to do it. And before PropStream was around, we were doing, Rich, it's not loading, I don't think.
It's not loading.
Let me see, oh wait.
It's the hotel's internet.
No, I think we got it.
Okay.
The way it used to be set up is, anyone familiar with ListSource? Ever use ListSource?
Yeah.
ListSource is expensive.
Oh, I got my first deal off of this source.
It works, but it's pricey. So for $99 a month, you can get 10,000 leads and you use the skip tracing on PropStream.
Nah.
Everyone sleeps on the skip tracing on PropStream.
Yeah.
You pay 6 cents probably a lead, something like that, to skip trace.
3 cents, yeah.
3 cents still. So 10,000 is gonna cost you about $300.
Around there.
PropStream's $50 a month. Mojo. Not PropStream. Mojo. Mojo Dialer has the skip tracing, $50 a month. And what I get is I'll get about, here, pull this one up too so I don't
Gives you
forget.
good numbers?
Mojo gives me about 40–50%, but here's the catch. So my admin, he'll take 2 or 3 days out of the week, and he'll manually skip trace for fast people search. He'll go in there and manually skip trace. So all those ones you're skip tracing, if they come up blank, you ignore them, you're just calling. I'm targeting those ones that aren't coming up because they're less targeted. So you get people who've never been targeted. Well, I've had someone write me a letter about my property, and it does work, but that's a little tidbit right there. You get that 30–40% that doesn't get skip traced, target that list. That's a good list. You call it your Mojo sucks list. They didn't give me my whole list.
That's a golden nugget right there, guys.
Let me see if I can get
Never
this.
thought of that.
That is a major.
Because nobody else is calling.
Hey, I'll be honest, firsthand, I'm like, man, I tell my VAs, I'm like, yeah, just delete that lead.
You send that lead to me, bro. I'll be at their house friggin' knocking down. So, man, I'm not gonna be able to get in here. It's not working.
Fast people search and true people search, same thing, or?
Yeah, they're both free. I use fast, just preference, whatever you think.
It works, it's just slow. It's the hotel's internet.
I don't know.
Great.
Let me go, I want to get into it a little bit. We're talking about list stacking, so what you'll do is you'll pull up an area if you want to search Palm Beach County tax lien, this list. I don't think I need to get into it with people. But you're going to see you'll scroll to the right and it'll say number of marketing lists. And you sort that from top to bottom, you'll have some that are on 8, 9, 10 lists once you start building it up. When you first start, you're working the same list for God knows how long. You're working those same people that say, yes, I want to sell. You're annoying those same 4 people for how long? 3 months, and they're just like, man, quit calling me. What are you doing here? But as you evolve, you get more. You can't keep up with the amount of leads you have to keep up with. Just the points of contact alone, whether it's a text message, a mail, anything. Those points of contact are critical. Hunter, how many points of contact? We just locked up a deal before we came here. It's the freshest deal we got right now.
Let's go.
About, what?
Contacts?
How many points of contacts?
About 25.
People would have gave up after 10, 12, because that's what they're taught. Oh, once you reach out 12 times, I delete that contact. I'll look at those 25 and be like, oh, let's go through this again. Let's try it. You know, they haven't been touched in a while. Let's not in a Michael Jackson way, guys, but they haven't been touched in real estate.
Are you hitting the lead like, all right, so are those like you left voicemails, text messages, emails,
So I don't do RVM so much. I stop with that because a lot of times these people, like we'll do the do not call list. You know, we take that off, try to filter them. Some of these people, man, are pricks. I don't want them knowing who I am, what I am. You know, they'll go fishing for it and they have nothing better to do. You know, these people, you know, have no money to their name sometimes. They're $50,000 back on taxes or something, and they're just out there looking for anything to come after you.
Litigators?
Yeah, they're just looking for a reason. So I've seen that a lot, and I don't even entertain it. So yeah, Follow Up Boss we use, huge you know, that's a phenomenal CRM if anyone has, you know, it's more pricey, but that's gonna be your top-notch CRM.
Which one? Which one?
It's called Follow Up Boss.
Follow
Follow Up Boss. This is the Follow Up Boss king over here.
up?
For years, I thought he was my friend when he sold me my house, but I just realized I was in his CRM. He's meant to, you know, the point of contact for years. But now we're best friends, so I don't know how, you know, that's how it happened. But you meet some of the best people in real estate, man. You meet the best of the best and the worst of the worst, I say. So, let me move on from list stacking. You know, you guys understand list stacking? How critical that is? That is just like, what's up, guys?
So you're doing all your list stacking in PropStream, you're not using like a third party list stacker? But you're using
I'm using straight PropStream.
But like you can't like edit it like that much.
I know what you're saying, where if you have like one tax lien for here and the property's on the same thing, sometimes they're on the
It's,
same
like,
list.
manually move them and stuff.
I use, because for what I'm doing, it's good enough. I'm going for the ones that are on 9, 10 lists, because I have so many lists, so it may only be 5 or 6, but you know what I mean? They're on a tax lien, a bankruptcy, a foreclosure, they're on every list.
Have you looked into like getting like batch leads? Like for
I've looked into it, but for what I
That's
do,
what
man,
you do,
yeah, I haven't used it. You know, I know
It's good.
people
can
swear
show
by
you
it.
If you want, like you just get like all that list and you put it into batch, and it's just like way easier. Like,
And that's all, so that's a tidbit right there. See, I don't even use that, because I'm primitive. I was sitting here, you know, writing hand letter notes.
Alec, what's the difference between batch leads and PropStream?
So like batch leads, it's like it's similar, but like batch leads has a list stacker, so it's just like easier to play around with it, add more tags to certain lists. It just makes it easier. PropStream like isn't meant for that.
Zillow's good.
Like PropStream is just meant for like housing and stuff. Batch leads is meant for like list stacking.
Yep, ONX. There it is, first right there. All right. So, you know, a lot of stuff I implement. How many people, you know, everyone targeting code violations? Anyone looking into code violations at all? A few people? Have you ever been to a hearing? It's a code violation hearing. So every month you can go Delray Beach, Boca, all these places, it's public record. You can go to the actual hearing, and I learned this actually from an attorney years ago, where he's going to defend his client who has code violation hearings. They're ready to condemn the property and take it away. You go there, you sit there, and it's gonna be 2-3 hours, but you'll hear the reasons they're in distress and this and that. As they walk to the back of the room, you just get up, hey sir, how you doing? I just wanna let you know if you need a cash deal, I'm ready to buy right now. Oh, huge nugget right there. I want you to, so instead of going on, looking at the code violation online, trying to get a hold of these people, find them when they're at the hearing for the city. That is just, you're as motivated as you could almost get sometimes. Because they're gonna be, you know, it's next level. Now I'm gonna see everyone there next time. But we can keep, you know, bring a little flask and we can, drink in the back, we'll have some fun.
So wait, is the schedule like online or something? Like it's yeah.
Search Delray Beach, or whatever city you do, Delray Beach, Boynton Beach, code violation hearing. That's it. And they'll tell you, here's our meeting, here's
And you
what
can
time.
walk in there.
You walk in, do whatever you want, just sit there, listen. Sometimes you get great properties that you're just like, you don't even know it's out there. These people one person was in jail, and the property was getting taken from them. They had to go to someone, they're just like, we don't even know who to give it to. So there was, someone stepped in, it was like a petitioner or something on it, and they had to get rid of the property, and we were able to pick it up.
Right
So-
there at the hearing.
Not right there, no, but you're meeting them, you're making that contact. No, I'm not signing the deed right there, bro. I wish it was that quick. But no, it's that, it's that fresh. You want the freshest leads, driving for $1, same thing, Whenever I have 10 minutes to kill, if I'm early to an appointment or something, I'll just drive the neighborhood and see what's going on. Find someone hasn't cut their grass, you come back next week, it's cut. You're like, well, no one's seeing this week, because last week it was up to their knees. So, little stuff like that. Bandit signs. Anyone doing bandit signs? I see all you guys out there. No? No one's doing bandit signs.
I am.
What is a bandit sign?
What is a bandit sign? Cash for homes. We buy ugly houses. You know, those guys are huge. They have their billboards. Those are their bandit signs now. But, you know, this is just, it's almost a free, you know, the signs get a little pricey, but I'm driving up and down 95. Every exit I get off, I see bandit signs. I run them over. I do whatever. But you see these bandit signs. They're in random places, right? So one tidbit, though, call those bandit signs. We buy ugly houses. Say, hey, man, what do you got for me today? I have money burning a hole in my pocket. I need to buy something today. You watch how quick they're going to go out and look for a deal for you. It's probably one of us. Some people from Miami just drive up and down 95, sticking them right off the road. Here's your nugget. Now, I don't want to see any of you over here, but what I do, I take my bandit signs. I'll go to banks. Where do people go in distress? They have no money. They need to go take money out. Oh, shit. Let me go to the bank. Family Dollar, Home Depot, Lowe's. I put my signs there. And the reason I do that is because, oh, my bathroom just flooded. Let me go try to fix it myself. No, go to Home Depot, cash for homes. You know what? I'm gonna call this guy. Let's see. We got a listing like that last year. John would never think a listing would come from a bandit sign. Got a listing from a bandit sign. So it's all about, you know, doing what everyone's doing, but do it in a creative way. Think outside the box. Put a
Can I ask you
bandit.
quick question about the bandit signs?
What do you?
You said, I do Home Depot and Lowe's, but you said banks, beautiful.
Banks.
But you said dollar store. How's
Dollar.
that?
Who's shopping at a dollar store for most?
Cheap people.
Listen, my mom shops at the dollar store, okay?